wrap up a good seed. And, of course, it's a matter of playing their best basketball to close out this regular season.
And the starting group for Chicago. We've got Buzelis. Trey Jones is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Isaac Okoro. And it's Smith in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Spurs, Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Champagnie at the 4-man position. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
And it's Fox missing. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go. Takes a step back. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist from Vassell.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Pass to Giddey. Here's Smith. Lets the 3 fly. That shot off. Vassell outside. The 3 from Wembanyama. He drops it from range. Wembanyama's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Okoro outside. Picked by Smith. 6 on the shot clock. And he can't get that one. Good D by Wembanyama. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And it's Fox missing. The Bulls have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Pass to Buzelis. Outside Giddey. Over Castle. And that one's good. Giddey.
And they can breathe a little easier on their fourth shot. They finally hit the target.
And here's Wembanyama. He's got 5. Drops in the layup for 2. Wembanyama's got 7.
And once he gets deep enough positioning, there's not much you can do to stop Wemby.
Smith with a screen on Fox. Smith outside. Okoro on the wing. He's guarded by Vassell. Here's Giddey. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Stephon Castle.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
And he makes the first. And one thing that's fun to watch, when Josh Giddey grabs a defensive rebound and goes coast to coast, RJ.
Yeah, that's when he is at his best. Ball is in his hand. Out in space, playing with speed.
Both free throws good from Giddey. A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Now here's Fox. Last game for him, he had 14. And the basket is good.
The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside.
Chicago passing it around. Pass to Buzelis. Now Jones. Outside Giddey. Over Castle. And it's Giddey missing.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Pass to Champagnie. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
With the multi-skilled guard like Fox, you love seeing him spread the ball around.
Okoro outside. Here's Buzelis. Jones, the pass to Giddey. Three-pointer, Buzelis hits the trifecta.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They lead by 4. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
It just seems like the defense wasn't interested. They got away with one.
Okoro on the wing. From outside, off the mark. San Antonio leading by 4. And here's Vassell from the arc. Fox outside. Pass to Champagnie. Castle outside. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Fox. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bulls. Taking a look at some numbers here for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
The Bulls trail by 4. Jones with the ball. No points yet. Pass to Giddey. Back to Okoro. Launches a 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, great find by Giddey. A tall guard who sees the floor so well.
Vassell outside. Here's Champagnie. Gets an open look and hits it.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Outside Jones. Pass to Smith. Outside Giddey. And here's Jones. Beyond the arc. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. And it's all knotted up.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Fox finds Wembanyama. Over to the wing. Pass to Fox. Takes the 3. Buzelis grabs the board.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Okoro on the wing. Giddey passes to Jones. Giddey scanning the floor from the arc. Rebound by San Antonio. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
They took the air out of the crowd again and again with big shots. They never let the fans become a factor.
Here's Buzelis. He's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland.
And you have to mention his impact on the defensive end. Came up with 3 timely steals in that one as well.
Now here's Fox. 4-3. Knocks it down from distance. Fox has got 5 now.
Nice use of the pick there. Fox lost the defender and capitalized.
On the wing, Jones. Okoro outside. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. RJ, San Antonio seen a surge in popularity. Spurs jerseys seem to be everywhere these days.
Yeah, they call that the Wemby effect. When a team has a generational talent like Victor, a lot of new fans come on board.
Smith passes to Giddey. Here's Jones. 20 points for him last game against Cleveland. For 3, Smith. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
For San Antonio, they've gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. Pass to Vassell. Wembanyama against Smith. Wembanyama, pass to Vassell. High arcing shot. Fox, that's good. He has 7.
Oh, what touch on that floater. Love seeing Fox rise up and finish so smooth.
Okoro on the wing. He's guarded by Vassell. And there's a 3-second violation. And during the last month's worth of play, here are the top rebounding squads in the league. 5th, the Spurs.
And last month, this team was active on the glass. Really put forth an effort to box out and track down misses.
A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Hornets checked in for Champagny. Barnes comes in for Vassell. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Castle. And it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. Yabusele, he's checked in for Chicago. Colin Sexton comes in for Jones. And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Bryant, he's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Harper. Giddey defends. Outside Johnson. Off target from outside.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Outside Giddey. Smith outside. Jacks up a three. And Bryant pulls it down. San Antonio leading. Down low. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
Pass to Buzelis. Outside Giddey. Smith outside. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Johnson.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Now here's Cornette. Yet to see a basket. A three from Barnes. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Now Sexton. A steady force on their offense. Recording around 14.5 a game. And that one drops for him. Smith's got 5. Spurs shooting 53%, setting the tone right from the opening tip. Johnson a screen on Giddey. From deep, Harper. Smith with the rebound. Chicago trailing here. To the middle. That's good from Giddey. On the assist from Yabusele. Giddey's got his second bucket of the night.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Pass to Harper. Cornette sets a screen. San Antonio again can't hit.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
A minute 31 left in the first quarter here. From deep, Giddey. Rebound by San Antonio.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
And then Bryant with the dunk.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. One thing about Keldon Johnson defensively, it's hard to back him down, Richard.
Yeah, he won't block a ton of shots, but he anchors really well against bigger players. That's why teams would rather attack him in space.
Here's Harper. He picked up 24 points in their last win against Indiana.
And his free throw numbers tell you a lot about his performance. He was very aggressive.
Now here's Barnes. And stolen by Yabusele. Here's Buzelis. A valuable part of their offense. Averaging a little more than 16 a game. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here's Johnson, following the bucket by the Bulls. To the inside, outside Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. Cornette sets a screen. Shoots. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
From deep, Giddey. connects from downtown. Giddey's got 9. And so it's Josh Giddey making highlights for Chicago. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. We'll be right back with you shortly. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
Johnson and Barnes, your small and power forwards. Harper out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Cornette in at the 5, down low. That's the San Antonio 5. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back to you.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Kawamura, he's checked in for Dillingham. Well, San Antonio's shooting it well, around 55% for the game. Fox, the pass to Harper. And here's Cornette, covered by Richards. Yep, that one goes. And now a 3-point San Antonio lead.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Sexton looking around. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Kawamura. The kick out to Williams. A good-looking shot from the wing.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Fox outside. He shoots. Chicago with a rebound.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
Outside Sexton. Richards with a screen. The 3-ball. Sexton misses.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Yep, that one's good. Barnes has got 6.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Outside Sexton. Here he goes. And the layup is good off the glass.
It's never easy trying to stop Sexton. I love watching him bounce off the defense and finish in style.
Pass to Harper. Fires from deep. Richards pulls it in. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Outside Sexton to the paint. Here's Kawamura. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Fox outside. Johnson on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. That shot is off. Chicago leading. And Richard, the Bulls going from playing one of the slowest paces in the league to one of the fastest.
Yeah, that's what happens when you start to trend towards youth. You got to put those young legs to use, trying to pace and space with three-point shooting.
And Yabusele with a bucket on the assist by Williams. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And Richard, with floor spacing so critical, ball handlers want their teammates to be shot ready.
Oh, yeah, having your feet square, knees bent, hands ready, because ultimately, if you're shot ready, your percentages go up. If your percentages go up, so does your money.
The Spurs making a switch here. Wembanyama's checked in. Then for Chicago, Okoro is checked in for Richards. Josh Giddey comes in for Sexton. And it's Jones in for Kawamura. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Fox against Giddey. Pass to Harper. Fox outside. Now here's Wembanyama. 6 to shoot. Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Yabusele a screen on Fox. And here's Yabusele. Outside Giddey. Over Wembanyama. And it's Giddey missing. The Spurs have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Jones. Here's Giddey. Five on the clock. The kick out to Williams. No good on the three.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And here's Fox. Back to Wembanyama for three. Chicago with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Back to Williams. Giddey against Barnes. He shoots it. And it's Giddey missing.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
And Harper gets it to go.
Good work by Johnson scanning the floor, looking for those chances to share the ball.
And Chicago has possession. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Okoro passes to Giddey. Back to Okoro. Three-pointer. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. San Antonio's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Johnson. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. And now a 3-point San Antonio lead. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. For San Antonio, Champagnie. He's checked in for Barnes. Devin Vassell comes in for Johnson. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper. And the Bulls also making a change. Smith's checked in. And Chicago has possession. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Jones. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked.
The defensive instincts on full display. Vassell using his length to reject the shot.
Champagnie, that's good. Champagnie's got 6.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Okoro outside. Back to Giddey. Yabusele the screen. They need this. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ballgame.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Always ready to fire. Castle wasting no time.
And it's Giddey with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 8. When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Pass to Champagnie. Over to the left wing. Smith against Wembanyama. Up and over Smith. Wembanyama, no good. The Bulls trail by 6. Now here's Jones. He's got 5. Smith with a screen on Vassell. Clock at 6. This one for 3. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist from Jones.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
San Antonio moving the ball around. Castle misses. The Bulls have gone 6 of 14 in the second quarter. It's stolen by Fox. Wembanyama down low. He's against Smith. Fox outside. Lets it go from deep. Ooh, Fox making him pay from deep.
Once a question mark for Fox, now you have to guard him closely from deep.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Well, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what makes him such a lethal player, Richard?
Well, for starters, it's his combination of speed and shooting. Still one of the fastest players in this league. And the exciting thing about him, Fox is just now entering into the prime of his career.
Harper, he's checked in for Fox. And the Bulls also making a change. Ellis is checked in for Yabusele. San Antonio on D. 6-point lead. Outside Giddey. Pass to Jones. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Vassell with the rebound. Vassell's got his 4th rebound in this one.
If they just continue to dominate the boards. Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Outside Giddey. Now here's Okoro. Pass to Ellis. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Number 3, Keldon Johnson.
And here are the Spurs now. They're on a 16-5 run. Inside. Wow, Victor takes it to him inside.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Jones from outside. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got 4 assists now tonight.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Here's Champagnie. 6 points for him. Wembanyama down low. Covered by Smith. And Wembanyama gets it to go.
You know, it's hard to believe a guy over 7 feet is capable of moves like that. I mean, my goodness.
Okoro passes to Giddey. No good from outside. Spurs lead by 9. Pass to Johnson. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Spurs making a change here. Barnes is checked in.
What's up? Johnson. Shooting 1.
And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild. But when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up. And still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
Here's Ellis. Gets the 3 to fall. Ellis has got 6 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Champagnie. Back to Castle. Here's Johnson. Out left to the wing. Here's Wembanyama. And counted from 19 feet away. And that's now 17 points for Victor Wembanyama.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Jones drives in. An open look for Smith. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got his 4th assist in this one. Outside Barnes. Out to the right wing. Champagny, the pass to Johnson. Over Giddey. And again, it's San Antonio converting.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them reduce their attempts from downtown. And quite frankly, I think that's a good idea.
Outside Giddey. Back to Jones. Smith with a screen on Castle. Smith outside. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Chicago.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Wembanyama scanning the floor. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And here's Giddey. Shoots over Johnson. And that concludes the San Antonio on top, up by 11. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
49. And get ready for some high RPM and amazing stunts from your Pocket Money Arena Entertainment.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the San Antonio Spurs.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to goal. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Yeah, they came in with the right approach, and the execution, spectacular. And changing it up, my favorite segment, social media posts. All right, fellas, we've got a question from Crossover Zeddy. Shaq is the Diesel. Kenny is the Jet. Why doesn't Ernie have a nickname?
Ernie does have a nickname. It's EJ.
Those are just initials, Shaq.
Oh, like MJ?
I still don't think that's a nickname, but I think we can all agree EJ is the MJ of Studios.
And you could just call me the Elevator.
Ooh, Elevator Ernie.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
The Bulls trail by 11. Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. They've got Isaac Okoro, Smith out there with Buzelis. Then it's Trey Jones, and it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Spurs lead by 11. Outside Wembanyama. And And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Jalen Smith.
Yeah, such a difficult frame to guard. Wembanyama draws the foul easily.
Shooting two.
That free throw, no good. Richard, it's been a dry spell for the Bulls for a few seasons now. How do they reverse that?
Well, it starts with strong drafts. They haven't had a top 10 pick since 2020, and it's made it hard for them to land some of these bigger prospects and grow from within.
And he sinks the second. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all. Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Castle outside. Fox with the ball. Wembanyama screen. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Fox missing. Bulls trail by 9. Okoro outside. Smith with a screen on Vassell. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. Now here's Fox. He's got 10. Pass to Wembanyama from behind the arc. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 5 assists in the game. Okoro outside. Outside Jones. Oh, Fox with a steal. He's got a clear path. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Draws tons of attention with the ball in his hands. Fox, he'll get you some bonus shots.
San Antonio shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
You gotta love how scrappy De'Aaron Fox is. No matter what kind of challenges he faces in a game, he's never giving less than his all.
And so he hits both. And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. A 12-point game. Jones, the pass to Giddey. Picked by Smith. Fires the 3. And it's Giddey missing.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Castle outside. Clock at 6. Here's the 3. He's rebounded by Okoro. Bulls trail by 12. Giddey with it. He's picked up by Vassell. Tries to break his ice. The 3 from Okoro. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. They set the screen. Fox outside. Pass to Castle. Here's Champagny from downtown. Drills it from deep. Champagny's got 9 points.
A solid distributor. Good to see the rookie Castle finds his open teammates like this.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And now with a break, here are the best passing teams in the NBA so far. Number 5, the Bulls.
This is a squad that understands the importance of being unselfish and moving the ball. You love to watch smart basketball like that.
And so here is Chicago, down by 15. They'll be playing host to Houston for their next game. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Pass to Giddey. And here's Jones, 6 to shoot. Outside Giddey. And again, no good by Chicago.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Jones against Fox. Misses the 3. The Bulls trail by 15. Jones from outside. He buries it from 3. 11 points in the game.
Well, you see, the ability to get the ball where it needs to go is what really stands out regarding Buzelis.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Back to you guys.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Fox against Jones. San Antonio moving the ball around. Giddey against Castle. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home.
Bulls trail by 17. Jones feels it out, down low. Pass to Okoro. Castle against Giddey. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, look at Giddey stealing the spotlight. What a jam.
Now Castle. Here's Champagnie to the middle. Here's Wembanyama. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Free throw good, Wembanyama. You know, Richard, one thing you notice about Victor Wembanyama, he is even-keeled.
Yeah, and you don't see him yell, you don't see him criticize. He works on building that team chemistry. I respect the players like that, the calm leadership type.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. On defense, San Antonio. Pass to Yabusele. Now Giddey. Now here's Okoro. Fires for 3. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Now here's Castle. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Shot clock at 6. Fox outside. The 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
Pass to Jones. Here's Buzelis. Outside Giddey. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Inside. Here's Champagnie.
Ooh, he's
Locked in. Drains his 5th shot in his many attempts.
Vassell keeping his eyes open and his head up. That's a nice pass.
Bulls trail by 20. Yabusele outside. Pass to Jones. Back to Yabusele. That's good, and it's Jones with the assist. Jones has got his 7th assist here tonight.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Now here's Wembanyama. He's got 32 points. Here's Buzelis. Giddey finds Jones. Giddey with a screen on Castle. Pass to Yabusele. Fades. San Antonio with a rebound. They've got the Heat ahead of them in their next game in Miami. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. Chalk up 2 there. Wembanyama's got 34.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him. Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
And here's Vassell from the arc. The rebound by Yabusele.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Buzelis. He's guarded by Vassell. Chicago passing it around. Giddey against Castle. And that one's good. Giddey. Giddey's got 13.
Oh, showing off his moves. Giddey can be pretty sly with the ball.
Yabusele against Wembanyama. Over Yabusele. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. It's an 18-point game. Yabusele the screen. Outside Jones. Okoro outside. Pass to Yabusele. Outside Jones. Let's go with a 3. Sinks the tray. Jones has got 6 here in the quarter.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
From the arc. Chicago with a rebound. Okoro's got 4 rebounds now. Giddey with it. Fox picks him up. Pass to Buzelis. Outside Jones. Now Giddey. He's covered by Fox. Giddey against Fox. Yabusele left side. And off the front iron, and in it goes. He's got 6.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
A line change here for San Antonio. Then for Chicago, Williams is checked in for Okoro. McClung comes in for Giddey. And it's Colin Sexton in for Jones. On defense, the Bulls. Trailing by 13. Here's Harper. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now here's Sexton. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Harper. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Harper's got his second bucket.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
Here's Buzelis. 6 points for him.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Harper passes to Cornette. Outside Johnson, pass to Bryant. Here's Harper, just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Williams grabs the board. Bulls trail by 17. Yabusele right side. To the inside. Here's Buzelis, covered by Bryant. Now Williams puts up a 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Harper. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from the inside.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. And again, Chicago, no good. San Antonio leading by 19. Outside Barnes, pass to Cornette. Now Johnson, 9 points in the game. From outside the arc. Unable to get that one. And so it's San Antonio up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page? Woo.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Johnson and Barnes, your small and power forwards. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Harper. And it's Cornette in at the center position. That's the San Antonio 5.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Luke Cornette, shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
That one misses. Grant, you're involved with helping the NBA grow the game globally. How important are those initiatives?
You know, BA, it's very important to watch how the game has grown over the last 30 years that I've been connected with the NBA. It's quite staggering, but there's more work to be done. So every initiative, every appearance, every camp, every game is so vitally important as we continue to spread the game of basketball all over the world.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Cornette sets a screen to the paint. Over to the left wing. Here's Harper. Outside Johnson. Over Williams. The shot by Johnson, no good. The Bulls trail by 18. Up top, Richards. Giddey finds Sexton. Chicago passing it around. Now here's Richards. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Williams misses. San Antonio leading by 18. Out to Fox. There's the triple. On target from range.
And when Fox, he's hitting consistently from deep, it opens up the floor for him and his teammates.
And here's Sexton. Up top, Giddey. Yabusele, a screen on Fox. From deep, Giddey knocks down the long J.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
Giddey against Fox. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
The mid-range jumper is a valuable weapon for Fox because defenses don't always expect it.
Outside Sexton. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And you look at Colin Sexton, puts points on the board, Grant, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
That free throw good from Sexton. Wembanyama's checked in for Cornette. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. And Wembanyama has the ball here for San Antonio. Fox. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Fox.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
The Bulls trail by 19. It's Giddey on the wing. He's covered by Fox. Williams misses.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
Now here's Wembanyama. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Second team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Jalen Smith. One shot.
That's good from Smith. Here's Fox. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Wembanyama. From deep, Harper. The rebound by Yabusele. The Bulls trail by 18. Outside, Williams. Outside, Giddey. They set a pick. 6 to shoot to the middle. Yabusele finds Giddey. And the 3 off target.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Here's Fox. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Fox has got 19 points.
You look at Fox now compared to when he entered the league, he is so much more physical.
Sexton passes to Giddey. The 3. San Antonio with a rebound. Pass to Fox. Back to Barnes. Well, Richard, you would know something about this. Is the wing position the most important in the NBA right now?
I would say once we got to the point forward position of the Scottie Pippens, of the Penny Hardaways, it became the most important position in the NBA, and it still stands true.
Now here's Giddey. Crafty move, and he takes it up and lays it in. Giddey's got 5 points in the quarter.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Up and over Smith. Wembanyama with a bucket. Wembanyama's got 36 points.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Left side, Sexton. Smith outside. From deep. Drains the triple. Smith's got 11 points here in the second half.
Making his mark from long range today. That's his second triple of the half, his 5th overall.
Pass to Johnson. Wembanyama against Smith. Right side, Wembanyama. Back to Johnson. Launches it. And it's Chicago with a board.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Yabusele. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
At the line for the Bulls, Bertrand Yabusele. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Yabusele. Well, you want officials to get the calls right, but for video review, maybe institute a 2-minute time limit, you think?
Oh, I would love a good 2-minute time limit, but the worst thing to do would be to go to a 2-minute time limit and then have them not get it right. Then you wasted all that time for nothing.
Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Champagnie. He's checked in for Barnes. Devin Vassell comes in for Johnson. And Castle subbed in for Harper. Spurs lead by 15. Fox outside. To the wing, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wembanyama. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Wembanyama's got 38 points.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Yabusele, a screen on Fox. Here's Jones. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got his 16th rebound on the night. Inside. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. The free throw drops for Castle. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize a team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Here's Champagnie. Here's Wembanyama. Uses the glass on the layup. Wembanyama's got 40 points.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Outside Jones. Okoro outside. Here's Buzelis. The 3, Smith. The rebound by the Spurs. Champagnie's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fox, the pass to Champagnie. Wembanyama, high post. He's against Smith. Pass to Fox. And he drops it in from the low post. Fox has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Stop it. An incredible move to shake his man. Getting the defender on his heels, doing the rest with ease.
Now here's Giddey. Stolen by Castle. In transition. And there it is for him.
Well, Castle got out in transition and ends up getting trusted with finishing the fast break, which he does.
Okoro passes to Smith. Now Giddey to win the drought. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Castle. The Bulls making their last shot. Richard, when you look at career longevity for NBA players, has LeBron shifted what we thought was possible?
No doubt. It's made fans more critical of guys that are on the decline. But ultimately, guys start to decline around 32, 33 years old. That is normal.
Now here's Fox. Here's Wembanyama. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Wembanyama's got 42 in the game.
The refined jumper of Wembanyama. You just never see that in a man of his height.
Chicago passing it around. Here's Buzelis. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
So San Antonio going with almost an entire new group here. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Champagny. Bryant comes in for Vassell. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Castle. And it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. So Chicago going with an almost entire new group here. Richards is checked in for Smith. Yabusele comes in for Giddey. Williams is checked in for Okoro. And it's Colin Sexton in for Jones.
Well, Mattis Buzelis certainly has good size, but what catches my eye are his skills. He can handle the ball and make smart decisions on the floor, which is important for a rookie. Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. The Bulls have gone 7 for 15 in the fourth. Outside Sexton. Pass to Richards. Here's Buzelis. Now Williams. 5 on the clock. The three from Sexton. And Bryant pulls it down. On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on a 15-5 run.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Spurs.
They paid the price for sloppy ball control before, but tonight they kept it locked up tight.
Yeah, they did, and at the other end, they were very disruptive defensively.
And it's another win for this team. 54 victories for them this year.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Victor Wembanyama.
And I love how active he was on the glass. Not afraid to get physical and do whatever he could do to grab boards.
A big group substitution here for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Richards. Okoro comes in for Williams. Giddey's checked in for Yabusele. And it's Tre Jones in for Sexton. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Wembanyama, the three is up. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Okoro outside. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Giddey. And here's Jones. Clock at 6. The three is up. Barnes with the rebound. Here's Harper. it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.